There were multiple times in the past when I used to just keep on procrastinating. My productivity levels were at zero. Either I will scroll through my mobile or continue watching YouTube videos for hours or feeling sleepy all day. I easily got distracted. Whenever I sit down to code, my focus shifts to something else and I just forget the actual thing I set out to do. My eyes will automatically start to shut if I start to read a book, and a small notification on my mobile is more than enough to get me off track. No physical activities, nothing. Yeah, I know that this happens with you as well. Am I right? Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. And I have been programming since 2018 or so, I guess. I'm talking about like actual programming. Apart from that, I have some past experiences as well. But like actual programming, I started from 2018. And I still remember from day one, I think I lacked something which is called efficiency. I would say it is productivity, being efficient as a programmer. And many people think that being productive or efficient is all about like the putting the number of hours in to do the work, but actually it's about the getting the work done, like getting meaningful work done. That is called productivity. Actually, it's not the number of hours you work or like what you work on. It's like what meaningful work you get done during that time. That is what productivity is all about. So in this video, I thought of sharing some of the techniques I personally use to keep myself efficient while coding. And why waste time? So let's get efficient. You don't have to work 100 hours a week to be called as a productivity genius. It's about working on the right things you want to work on and doing it efficiently. And I feel that efficiency boils down to two things, which is like focus and discipline. And end of the day, all these things boils down to self-discipline, right? And I think self-discipline cannot exist alone. There are so many other external factors which influence it, and environment, I guess, will influence it a lot. And for a programmer, I think their environment is all about having their computers and laptops. So I think if you have a computer which is not efficient enough, you will automatically procrastinate and you will derail yourself easily. So the first step towards becoming a productive programmer is to have an efficient computer which will serve your purpose properly. And by efficient, I mean that the computer will have the hardware and software specifications which will serve the purpose which you are going to do. And I think like many of you guys might think that it's a stupid idea, but personally from my experience, I can tell you guys that having an efficient computer has improved my efficiency a lot. Initially, I had like 4 gigs of RAM in my laptop when I initially bought it, and it was like completely crap. It was simply useless. I can't do anything. I can run multiple apps at the same time. I can run Android Studio. I can run Flutter or anything. Like I can do anything mostly. So when I bumped it to 8 gigs and now 12 gigs, I can significantly see the improvement in my efficiency and the working of my computer, which is like in turn completes the whole process. So having a good computer, good laptop which will serve your purpose with the same operating system if you want. You can choose any operating system you want, like Linux, Mac, Windows, doesn't matter. But having hardware in place which will suit your kind of work which you are doing. Like let's say you are a video editor and you are working on like Final Cut Pro or something. So you need to have the hardware in place and software in place to make you efficient. So have the hardware and software, make your computer efficient. And for most of you guys, I would suggest you to have at least 8 gigs of RAM in your computer with i3 processor, which will be much sufficient. Put on your headphones while you are working. It helps you to cut off the outside noise, and it will help indirectly tells the other person that you are working on something important, and the other person is unlikely to disturb you at that time. So there's a huge debate goes on the internet also, like whether to listen to some kind of music or not while you are working on something with your headphones on. And the answer is I don't know, because there are so many studies, and there are some studies saying that like you shouldn't listen to any kind of music because it will reduce your efficiency. But for me, I personally feel that slicing off some efficiency to make the work fun by listening to some kind of music is fine for me. And there are also studies that listening to binaural beats or lo-fi beats will improve your efficiency while you're working. Especially 40 Hz binaural beats are really good for that, and it doesn't matter, you do you. Coming to IDEs and text editors, I would say that the best text editor, the efficient IDE or text editor for any programmer is the one where you don't have to take your hands off the keyboard and use your mouse to perform any task. So the best of that kind, as I know, is Vim editor. Vim is simply good for any kind of programmers. It doesn't matter. It does the job pretty well, but the big but over here is that it's quite hard to learn. There are so many shortcuts, there are so many key bindings, and there is definitely a huge learning curve involved over here. So if you are trying to get better at Vim, you are trying to use Vim, good luck with that. Go with it. It will definitely make you an efficient programmer end of the day. But for most of the people, most of the programmers from beginner to advanced, I would suggest you guys to go with VS Code, because VS Code is quite efficient. It has really good interface, and there are extensions for almost everything you're looking for. And you just click on it, install it, and you're good to go. And apart from VS Code, I would suggest Sublime Text or Atom, and both are good. I used to use Sublime Text back in those days, but as of now, I'm comfortable with VS Code. So the thing is, choose a code editor or IDE which you are comfortable working with, and you are good to go. Keyboard shortcuts look so minuscule initially, but they are worth it, trust me, because instead of spending like 30, 40, 50 seconds to take your hands off the keyboard, using it on a mouse, going to the tab which you want, selecting the option, performing the task, it's basically hard. It takes a lot of time. I can do the same thing in a matter of seconds by pressing the keyboard shortcut, snap, I'm done. So if you want to know more about the useful keyboard shortcuts which you can integrate in your workflow, check out my previous video. I mentioned like 14 shortcuts there, and it will be helpful. The link to that will be in somewhere in the cards above and in the description below as well. Do check it out if you wish to. Distractions, we can't avoid them. I used to get distracted a lot. A single notification on my mobile will just mess up with my focus. It will derail me completely. So I started to use Pomodoro technique. And for those who guys don't know what Pomodoro technique is, it's about setting a 25-minute timer on your mobile or anything. It doesn't matter. So for the next 25 minutes, you will only focus on the task which you are having in your hand right now, and you will put your phones on DND. You will set yourself off of any kind of distractions and focus only on the task which you are having in your hand right now. So by this way, you will be focusing on the things that you need, and you will also get a 5-minute break after the 25-minute timer goes off. So you will continue this whole process for 4 sets, which is for 2 hours, to complete the full Pomodoro set. So this is a quite efficient technique to get your focus aligned and set your focus on the things which you want to do and get things done actually. So it's a quite useful technique, but I personally don't use it now because these days I crave for flow state, and I think Pomodoro by nature will not allow you to get into flow state. This is quite new to me as well, because I never scheduled my day before, and after listening to so many YouTubers talking about it, so many leaders talking about it, so many efficient people talking about it, productivity genius talking about it, I finally tried time blocking. I tried to schedule my day, and I have been doing it for the past 4 weeks, like a month or so now. So I can say that it's kind of working, because previously I don't know what I have to do at the given moment. I definitely know what I have to get done in a particular day, but I won't know what I have to do at the given particular moment. Let's say from 10 to 12, I don't know that I have to shoot some YouTube video or like do some coding or anything. I don't know what to do that. I will have scattered plan, but I don't know what to do at the given moment. Then I have to spend my time to get this sorted and stuff. But doing this beforehand, scheduling my day, I just have to go and look at my Google Calendar. It will tell me what I have to do at the given moment, and I will get it done. If you are a Linux or a Mac user, use terminal as efficiently as you can. If you want to update or upgrade or install any software, just don't go to your site and install the zip file, extract it, install the software. No, don't do that. Just use your terminal as efficiently as you can. Just put in the command, and the terminal will take care of everything that you have to do. And this is one of the best things I like about the Linux, because the terminal will take care of everything. It will make your job easy, and from the terminal I can just customize it. I can install the software, upgrade. I can do whatever I want from the terminal. So terminal is one of the biggest game changers, and I'm sorry for the Windows guys, because you guys don't have anything as such. I'm not sure about it, but you will definitely find some other alternatives to terminal for Windows as well. Most of the newbie programmers I know think that Googling stuff is crime. and they can't be blamed for that. Obviously, I think these thoughts come from schools and colleges, because even in my college the professors hated when we Google stuff, and so that they just completely blocked using internet in the labs, and we only get to use intranet. No internet is available, only intranet is available, so we can't use Google there. We can just use the services provided by VIT themselves. So this is one thing they might have got from schools and colleges. But we are human beings, guys. Like, we can't remember everything we want to know. We will obviously forget things, and it's completely fine to Google stuff. Googling is one of the best things most programmers do. It's not that you are just separating yourself by not Googling something on the Google. So it's okay to Google. It's completely fine. You can Google anything which you don't know, and it just makes you better at the craft, and it's not going to derail you from anything. It just makes you better each day. Also, I have seen a lot of people don't ask those. I did it personally myself as well, because I never asked any questions initially. I never reached out to people to ask questions because I don't know what the other person will think of. So I never asked any questions. I just kept my doubts to myself, and I never did anything to clarify the doubts, like get answers to the questions which I have. So I would say that to overcome that, just we are using the power of internet. We are in an internet world right now. Join any Discord servers, go to the channels, ask the doubts which you have, ask the questions which you have in your mind. Someone will definitely reply to your questions. And if you're watching any YouTube video, just comment out your doubts, and the person will try to reply to the comment. And it's not like everyone will reply to your questions or clarify your doubts, but there will definitely be someone will do the work for you. Definitely will be someone who is going to answer your questions. So you don't have to hesitate to ask your questions, because when you don't ask, the answer is always no. So just get out to people, connect with them on Twitter or LinkedIn or any kind of social platform that you have, and just DM the doubts or questions which you have, and it's more likely that you will get a reply. And even if he says that he doesn't know about it, it's fine that you got an answer. Like, you know that okay, this guy doesn't know, you can move on to the next person and ask the same question to the other person who might know that. So you are expanding your opportunities by that way. Use the power of internet and clarify your doubts on anything which you have. Finally, set artificial deadlines. Yeah, I know that we don't like deadlines at all. We like to move in our own pace. We like to do things in our own way, and we don't want anything external to force us to do something, right? But according to Parkinson's law, work expands to the time which we allocate to it. So which means when you don't have any deadline, when we don't have any time span within which you have to do the work will indefinitely expand and you will never get the work done. So it's always a better idea to have some artificial deadline, and it will work. That's quite a good number of things to discuss, isn't it? I hope you guys found it useful, because it has good number of information over there. And again, remember that you don't have to work 100 hours a week to become a productive, efficient programmer. All you have to do is to work on the right things efficiently. Remember that, and subscribe to the channel, like the video. You know the drill. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Stop till I wear the crown.